What's up, everyone? I'm your host, Ezequiel
Hello.
Cuevas, and I'm joined by my co-host, Salvador Chavez and Aldo Ramos. Say hi, guys.
How's it
Yes,
going?
sir.
We are the Council of the
Hello,
Boys.
guys.
We're a new podcast. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. And yeah, we're just a bunch of boys that get together and talk about some random topics. So welcome, guys. I know I'm the host, but I'm gonna let one of you two start with the first topic. I know Aldo had something he wanted to talk about.
Yeah, it was
Uh,
pretty interesting.
All right, so how's it going, everybody? I'm Aldo, and funny thing is, I was about to not be able to make this because I was scrolling through Facebook as one usually does, going through Facebook Marketplace, and then a deal came up for a car. It was something. It was a 2012 Honda Accord, I think, for $1,800. So me and my dad were like, "Ooh, bet," because my sister's car is about to fucking die. So we got to fix that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started messaging this person, and then they were like, "Yeah." I was like, "So, here's the thing. All the banks are closed right now, but there was a description. No, you said something about a down payment in your description,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just wondering how much would that be since all the banks are closed and we won't be able to get all $1,800 right now." And she's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, $350 for the down payment would be nice, would be good or whatever." I was like, "All right, so if we take the money to you in Lincoln, because it was in Lincoln, and we drive up there now, we can see you in an hour and a half, a little bit in like an hour and a half."
Uh-huh.
And so yeah, is that fine if we go up there and then give you the money when we get there and see the car? She's like, "Yeah, that's fine." And so then I was like, "All right, Dad, let's go." And then like 5 minutes later, me and my dad are in the car, and then she just sends me a message like, "Actually, I only take a payment from Zelle or Apple Pay." I was like, "Oh well, we're already on our way. Can we still go up there and see the car and before we give you the money?" She's like, "No, I need a down payment first before you can see the car."
Yeah,
So then
no.
I was out there. That's sketchy. You feel me?
Nah, yeah, that's a scam for sure. Because I just pulled it up on
Yeah.
Kelly Blue Book, and I mean, I can't find a 2012, but like a 2011 is like 9,850 in
Yeah.
the area. So yeah, they're definitely trying to scam. Especially, I hate when people, even if it's someone I know, because like my bank account, my bank app, it has Zelle built in, but I hate Zelle. Zelle to me is like, oh, PayPal me or Cash App me. Whenever I'm on like Facebook and I see like only accept Venmo or PayPal or anything like that, I'm like, nah, I'm not even gonna
Hell
message
no.
you. I'm more of a
Yeah.
like, yeah, cash, and that's it.
Mhm.
Cause yeah,
And
you can never trust
she
people
threw us
anymore.
off that she was making us pay before we got to see it. So
You know
yeah,
that's
that was
really
sketchy.
weird. Yeah, I'm glad you didn't drive all the way up there and then find that out, cause that would have been. She's probably
Yeah, I would
not
have been pissed.
even in. Cause what I see a
Yeah,
lot of
probably.
times is some people will make fake accounts or real people's accounts get hacked, and these scammers will start posting like really nice deals that people will jump on, scam them, say they're in their area, and they're really not even there at all. It'd be like
Yeah,
that's
Oh
a
fucking
yeah,
process.
to a bar.
that happened to
So
Eric's dad once. He
Yeah.
went to go check out a van. He flew there. Like we took him to the airport and he flew. And it wasn't even like he needed like a sort of measurement. And the guy's like, "Oh yeah, I got the measurement." And he flies there. Turns out it's not the right measurement, probably not even the right car, and he has to fly back.
Dang.
That would have
That would really
sucked.
suck because you spent money on a
Hmm.
ticket and yeah,
Yeah.
that's wild.
It really is.
yeah, now her profile seems a little weird because she updated her profile picture like 7 times to the same picture 6 days ago.
Dang.
Yeah, so that was definitely a scam.
Working on a movie script right now. It's almost 30 pages.
Damn.
6,401 words. Working on this for like a week and a half.
What the movie's about?
Okay, to keep a long story short, we're all drug dealers.
Whoa.
Well, am I right? Yeah, it's about uh a guy named Travis,
Mhm.
basically Connor, He's a drug
Who's that?
dealer. Connor.
Yeah.
He invents a new drug, and he asks his friend Nate. That's Aldo. He's a recovering junkie. If he knows anyone who can distribute the drug, and it's on Victor, which is me, a high-level distributor and local drug gang leader. And then, however, even though everything seems fine at first, they soon find themselves on the run as Victor stalks them down after failing to meet his demands. So yeah, I got all the characters lined up and everything.
So, I guess what's the point to the movie? Like, do you have a point? Like
Don't do drugs, kids.
a lesson to learn?
The
I
theme.
think that's a very good
Don't do
lesson to
drugs.
learn. That's a very good lesson to learn.
Yeah, because after I watched Breaking Bad, I was like, dang, nope, never doing that. The three main characters are obviously Connor, myself, and Aldo. The big three. And then I got Nolan. That's Connor's friend. I have absolutely no idea if he's going to be played by Ivan or Jerian, because they would fit the role.
We should have Nolan play Nolan.
No, Nolan play Nolan. And then
what's his ex?
oh yeah. We know. Then yes. Bill is Gilly. He's my best friend in there. Lalo is Joe. He's my right-hand man. And Danny is Freddie. He's my friend, trusted guy. Gus is Gustavo, and he's Travis's cook. Jeff is Renee. He's also a cook. And then Carlos, played by Carlos. He's my cousin. And then
original with some of these names.
Eddie is Ezzy. He's Bill's right-hand man. And then Araya is Carelli. She's there. And then Gabby, she's in there too. Jorge is Jordan.
Yep.
And then Neil is Colton. And then that's about it.
Who's your filmer and your director and editor?
I have Gilly as written down as that. So I have directed by me, produced by, I don't know, cinematography.
I was gonna say me and Gilly.
I don't know.
Work with that, like me, you, and him.
Yeah, and then runtime. I want it to be like 30, 40 minutes, not like a feature length film. Maybe like an episode of a TV show. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's rated R. Includes swearing, violence, alcohol, drug usage, dark humor, and gore. And genres like action, crime, comedy, that sort of thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I just have two scenes to work on, then I'm done with it.
Gotcha. Sounds like a good script. Interesting background. But I think the takeaway from the movie is gonna be is just being able to see like the behind the scenes to that, which obviously we don't even really know. All we know personally is from movies.
Yeah.
But like you said, watching Breaking Bad made you be like, nah.
No, heck no.
So like, should do the same. But yeah, this one we actually had to sit down. We had to film this and we have to get it done because I like that storyline.
Yeah, I really am proud of how much I've worked on this. I like it. And like there's like I know that a lot of people aren't actors, so I just stuck with Connor, obviously main protagonist, to have a lot of dialogue. Myself, the villain, and Aldo. Like I know you're not an actor, but you don't have a lot of lines, but still you're a main character. And then everyone else is obviously not an actor, so they don't have a lot of lines. I'll make it easy on them.
I can be an actor though. That's the thing. Like I feel like a lot of people can kind of fill the role. They might not to be the best at it. They're not definitely going to Los Angeles and becoming an actor for a career, but they can fit into the role for your short film.
Yeah. I really, I'm proud of it. Like it'd be awesome. Like make a movie. It'd be so fun.
Yeah.
And I would tell you guys the deaths, but I'm not gonna spoil them.
Oh, I'm take a wild guess that I'm dying because I usually you just love to kill me for some reason.
Dude, I love to kill everyone in my movie. It's funny. No, but there's 7 deaths total in this movie. I haven't even started yet.
Well, Eddie can't
Yeah.
die because he's Eddie the Edgar.
Okay, spoiler alert, you're not dying.
But do I need to get an Edgar
Reveal
cut?
whether myself or Aldo survive. Wait, what?
Yeah, because you get an Edgar cut.
Nah,
Do you want an Edgar cut?
nah, not really.
You gotta
Twitter?
convince Carl to.
If anyone that's watching the podcast on YouTube doesn't know what an Edgar cut, I'm gonna put in an Edgar cut right now. Yep, that's what it looks like. Yep. Okay. So yeah, I'm not getting one of those. I'm good with the hair I have now.
Yeah,
But yeah.
we gotta convince Carly to let Salvador get a mullet.
No, she doesn't want me to get a mullet.
Dude, you look handsome in a mullet. I'm telling you.
What if we get you a buzz, Aldo?
Idiot.
What if we get you
You're
a buzz
good.
for the movie? But yeah, my topic, that I wanted to talk about is kind of relating into technology, but also the future. It's kind of older news, to some. I don't know if you guys heard about it. You know the Tesla Cybertrucks?
Yes.
That fucking dog shit.
They're pretty bad. Yeah. Sorry, Elon.
Yeah.
They're pretty bad, bro. You see the recall that came out on it?
It's it.
The gas.
I think I did
Well,
see that too.
I don't even know if you can call it. Can you call it a gas pedal? Because it's not.
Just say accelerator. You're good.
Yeah. Sorry, the accelerator likes to get stuck, which
Per
does not
usual,
sound like a good idea in a vehicle.
You know, I tend to not like to have my cars become fucking projectiles.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah. Speaking of projectiles and vehicles, I was up at the Zach Bryan concert, and I'm driving. There was an accident on I-80, so I would just get off I-80. I'm like, I'll go through town and I'll beat traffic this way. And I'm beating it, but then added a few minutes because I hit more traffic. Well, this truck in front of me brake checks me, so I quickly brake. I'm good. This car behind me, though, this little green box car looking Kia looking thing, it's zooming, probably 65 miles per hour. Tries to stop, cannot. Thankfully, there was a road to our right, and they pulled off, but their vehicle, this little box car, literally drove on 2 wheels until it just plopped back on. Then they turn around, and they come up, and they go up the middle lane that's for turning off left or right or whatever. And they drove up the middle lane to beat traffic, and I don't even know what happened, because I was just like, what had just happened? I almost got rear-ended. And then the person just drove up the middle lane. Like, what traffic am I driving in right now?
What you guys think about the Drake and Kendrick beef? You know, Kendrick just absolutely fucking cooked
I
Drake. So
haven't heard anything about this, actually. Want to fill me in?
But I haven't like followed up on it.
oh well, I've kind of followed up on it. In a song in I think Future's new album, or not newer because he released a new one prior to this, but Kendrick just dissed J. Cole and Drake, and then J. Cole responded, but then he took it back, and then Drake responded, and now Kendrick dropped a 6-minute diss track, just absolutely dissing Drake.
I didn't know they were beefing. I didn't know they were beefing.
Well, you do now. You're welcome.
Huh, interesting. I wonder what started it. Like, what was the reason to just diss on him in a song randomly?
I think J. Cole and Drake sneak dissed Kendrick on First Person Shooter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
So took it personal.
Bro, everyone be taking everything personal for no reason nowadays. But what can you do? Sal, you got anything to say? New topic?
Topic. How about we discuss a little bit of La Banda?
I bet.
La Banda.
Alright, introduce us to it.
So I've been kind of busy the past few days, not gonna lie, so I haven't been able to do guitar stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to see whenever I have free time, probably cook up a little bit more if I can.
Okay.
Get the creative juices flowing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. So everyone's still down for the band, right? Banda Compacto.
I am absolutely down for the band.
Aldo.
Yes.
Alright. So what are we thinking for that? Because like I know we're in the middle of the podcast right now, but like it's the Council of the Boys, and the boys are a part of the band. So let's hear it.
Sacred.
What were your plans, guys, for it?
For the band?
Yeah.
I don't. I feel like we should just work on. You guys, I probably guys don't remember. There's our parts that I made up. I really want to do that until like probably like our first, like our debut.
Mm-hmm.
But like, my thought process is like I know we want to be a Mexican band, you know,
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
Antar, corridos, probably something like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like we should probably start like maybe like one or two songs in English, so that we can like get people that we know to see like, hey, we're making a band, like, so they can get a feel of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like what?
Not jump into like Spanish, you know?
But like what style in
Like,
English?
I want it. I don't know, like, I mean, if we could like, not like, I'm not saying rock, obviously, not like that, but like it could be like a nice little like beat with like a guitar, maybe like a little drum track in the back.
Well, like,
And it doesn't have to be like really long, like 2 minutes, less probably.
If you look at most singers, especially Mexican artists, the ones that really pop off and are remembered have their own style. Like they literally innovate their own style. Like Esteban has his style, and Peso Pluma has his style. And then some of the older
Iván Cornejo.
Yeah, some of the older
Junior
singers had
H.
their style. Like I don't remember who it was because I was watching this video on it, and this one singer, his style was like his voice was just like he had a very interesting singing voice, and it wasn't like at first like probably like our parents when they were first listening to it were like, this is trash. But he did it so often and just kept going with it that it became his style, and some people liked it, and then people, I guess in a way, jumped on the bandwagon. I was like, yeah, I like that too, and now they actually really do mess with it.
Yeah,
so, like, if we could introduce our own style, like, I don't know, maybe have English mixed with Spanish. You know, there's this one guy that's been blowing up on TikTok, and he does Spanish rap, and then there's this other guy that does Spanish country, or there's this one
I've
guy
heard
that
of the
does
Spanish
rap.
country one.
Yeah, there's this one guy also that does Spanish, and then he'll like throw in some English words. Like he'll be singing, and then he'll throw an English word, or reverse. They just make their own style, and I feel like that style for us, especially showing off that we are Mexican Americans, I feel like that could bring our own style into it. And
Banda, pero en inglés.
Banda pero en inglés. I don't know how that would work. She broke my heart. Like what?
We also don't have to reinvent the wheel, Salvador.
We have trompetas and everything, and it's someone like,
you
you know what?
You know what it is.
What it is? You know?
Oh my.
Yeah, let's not embarrass ourselves, alright, fellas?
Yeah. Let's take a little by little.
Like, I like the lines we've come up with. Like, I'm gonna pull them up real quick and read some of them.
Just put a screenshot of them in the video.
No, I'll just read them off. Do you remember what the group chat name is?
Banda?
No, I think it's Musical. Beaner's Musical.
Oh, wait. Change it to Grupo
first.
Compacto.
Yeah, we'll change it. I think the best line is. Let me find it.
Let me hear what I could. Let me just bathe in my own like creativity, man.
Yeah, just glaze yourself real quick.
Whoa, chat.
I'm not glazing myself. No.
You're glazing yourself, bro.
I came up with bomb ass lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Hurry up, Ezzy.
The lyrics that are saved from that you've made are a cocinar la carne porque se nos hace tarde y échale compadre a festejar el jale. Sorry, I kind of stuttered. I'm like trying not to cough right now. um, I like those lyrics, and then Freddie out of nowhere came, and his lyrics were pretty good.
Dude, he dropped a good one, I'll admit.
Lo que siento por ti es como ninguna otra cosa. Quiero estar contigo por siempre, mi hermosa. En mi mente vives, por ahora y para siempre, hasta el día de mi muerte.
Yeah, bro's kind of cooking right now.
That's kind
Bro,
of
I did cook.
that gives me like Spanish, like that. You could easily turn those lyrics right there into a Spanish rap
Mm-hmm.
because it just rolls off the tongue and it just comes off easily. Speaking of Freddie, we need to have him on sometime as a guest.
Yes.
It would be clutch.
You know what we also need to do? We need to figure out a day we can get together, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel like bring him on as a guest the week we are gonna release our first song.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Aldo's he only has 2 lyrics, but it goes Yo lo presiento va a ser un invierno oscuro.
That was mine, actually.
Yeah, I don't think I have any lyrics.
Oh,
here,
it
guys. I don't
was.
think
It's
Yeah,
just
that
because
was
Aldo
mine.
sent it. So I read it, yeah.
You got it from me.
I don't know if I came up with this and sent it or if you did and I just typed it, but there's Perdí mi dinero jugando la máquina. Ya no
Yeah,
tengo
that was
nada
you.
en mi pinche cuenta. Ya no tengo dinero por ser pendejo. That was good lyrics too.
Mm-hmm.
Then wait. Remember, we got to sample my dad's video in one of our songs.
We gotta sample Ezzy's old music video, bro.
Cool.
Dude, I went through and through in the song and I broke down the lyrics.
We can sample it at like the beginning of a song, kind of like you know how some songs start off with like a phone call. Yeah, we can
Just
throw it
have-
in the beginning of our first song ever. We can throw it in the beginning because and I'm gonna cut this little part out because I don't need anyone stealing any ideas. But why did Freddie just? Oh my. Our things about our like first album or whatever EP is gonna be about historias, and I guess that's technically my history, and it's just funny. So
It
yeah,
is very fun.
but yeah, so yeah, I heard the band is gonna be good. We need to get together sometime and figure that out with everyone.
Okay, guys.
Also, happy
What?
May 1st, everyone. I mean, Salvador, you've been graduated for a year
About
now.
a year now.
But me and Aldo, we are just a few weeks out.
Yep.
I think Aldo, what, you
It's
got like
true.
a week left, maybe? Week and a half?
Yeah, I have. Technically, this was my last Wednesday.
Dang.
I
Dang.
know, right?
Dang.
Yeah, no, I got the rest of this week, next week, and then
That sucks.
Monday and Tuesday of the next week. But
For
the
some
Monday,
reason.
the Monday and Tuesday of the next week are just basically like we are getting ready to graduate. Like we go do our practice graduation and ceremony and all that.
We only did that one day, and that's it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, well, we are significantly smaller than most schools.
Yeah, we literally have to give out tickets for seating.
Dang.
You just go in and
I mean,
just go in.
you can pull up, but like they do tickets first, and then I believe at a certain time, then it's just open to the public. If you haven't showed up, then it's on you.
You're cooked.
Yeah.
You
I
cook
mean,
yourself.
we are one of the biggest classes this year.
We had a hell of a
And-
small class.
Yeah. I know next year, they're not gonna be. Uh, they're starting later in August and they're getting out earlier in May. Like next year, they'll get out of school May 11th.
Shit.
Because they're like not doing early out Wednesdays like we have been. But if you have good grades, then you get out early on Fridays. It's called Freedom Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom Friday.
And then they're gonna have less days off. Like sometimes we would just have random days off, or they're gonna shorten their spring break, which is already pretty short. I think maybe shorten their Christmas break. I don't know. But they're doing a lot to just make it more of a compact year.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
they're not starting school till 8:30 now, and then they're getting out of school at 3:45 instead of 3:15. And they're not gonna let phones in the school.
Oh shit.
Like they're letting them in the school, but like they have to like when they go into each class put them in a box.
Yeah, that's not lasting.
Oh
Yeah,
well,
dude.
we had something like that these caddies, and it didn't last because the parent was like called
Oh,
and was
yeah.
like, hey, my kid they probably had like an iPhone 13 Pro Max or something like that. So they were like, yeah, I spent $1,500 on this phone. I'm not gonna have my kid put it up in this thing, and someone steal it or knock it off and it breaks or anything like that. So you're not gonna make my kid do that. So the school's like, okay, whatever. We can't really deal with it. So they just or like teachers, if you want to do it, you can do it at your own discretion. But we're not gonna force you to have the students do it anymore. And now they're doing this box because they're like, okay, the box, they can't fall down and break, and if anyone steals it, they'll get in trouble with our resource officer.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's not going to be an option anymore. If you get caught with it, you get an automatic. You don't get a detention. I guess they're probably gonna have to sign a paper next year because it says that
Goes their rights.
basically because they did a study, like they literally brought in some students and were like, hey, what do you think about this? And the students were they answered truthfully, which to me is kind of dumb, especially some of these students who are going to be students next year still. But they basically said that students don't really care about getting a detention anymore. So now you won't get a detention for getting caught on it. You'll actually just get your phone taken away, not get it back till the end of the day. You'll have to pick it up at the office. And if they catch you again, then you won't be allowed to have it at the school for 2 days, and then if it keeps going 3 days, and then 4 days you meet with the admins, maybe the resource officer too.
Yeah.
And we're getting a new principal. Yeah, I mean it's our vice.
Well, not we, because you're not part of that anymore.
Yeah, our vice principal is getting moved to the principal.
Uh-huh.
Ben, personally with you, I guess we never really got to that with everyone.
I've just been there. I've been working and everything, trying to get money.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well, that's about college. You going to college? I know you were talking about last time I saw you, about possibly going to college to study and further your education in cinematography.
I have no idea. I mean, I'd like to, but I don't know where. When, I don't know.
Yeah.
Money's just tight, bruh.
Yeah, no, I get that.
It's tight. Sorry, I cleared my throat.
No, you're fine. One last topic I want to talk to you guys about, but Aldo's not here, is
And he's here in spirit.
He's here in spirit. Is why should someone listen and follow the Council of the Boys podcast? That's how I want to end the podcast, is just explaining why we're doing what we're doing and why they should tune in and follow.
Because we are cranking out the best content you'll ever see.
So yeah, adding on to what Salvador said, I think you guys should follow more because of our what we bring to the table. I think what we bring to the table is we're going to talk about common topics. We're going to talk about topics that you guys send in, and we're going to give you our opinion. The Council of the Boys, I kind of came up with the idea. We've always had a Snapchat group chat called this, and we would always just talk to each other about stuff, whether it was a recent event, a topic, something going on in our life, or just something wild, and we would share it. And we've had, I don't know how long we've had this group chat even. Can I see? Let's see.
I think it's been like 2 years.
We've
maybe.
had the Council of Boys group chat since November 26th of 2021.
Oh yeah, it's been a long time.
That has been. This November will be 3 years.
A lot of good information was spilled.
Oh yeah, and we've known each other a long, long time, and I feel like we may have even had a group chat similar to this one before. Maybe just we made a different one, or I left it because it says that's when I joined, so I easily could have left it and then joined later.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, that's what the Council of Boys is. We're going to share our thoughts and our opinions on certain pieces of information. We're going to share new information that you may not have heard of, like the Drake thing. I didn't hear about that, but I found it out.
Yeah.
And we're just...
it's not just going to be us,
Yeah.
Special guests, to our friends, get them on here too.
We're going to bring on guests, friends.
As the aforementioned Freddie.
Yes.
Will be joining at some point.
Freddie will be a very great guest to have on. But yeah, so
yes,
the Council...
great.
Yeah. So the Council of Boys podcast is going to bring new ideas, topics, suggestions, friends, maybe even family on. And we're just going to be this. It's going to allow us, me, my friends, obviously those are my co-hosts. My co-hosts are my friends. That's why, obviously, I brought them in.
Yeah.
We've always had this group chat. It's also going to allow us to stay connected as we go on into adulthood. Whether Sal goes to college, I plan on going to college. Aldo, I do believe. But it's going to allow us to stay connected because, there's going to be times where, dang, it's been a while since we've hung out. Hey, well, we might not be able to hang out right now, but let's hop on a call once a week, record this podcast, send it out to the world. If anyone listens to it, cool. If not, whatever, we get to catch up, talk about things that happen in our week. And yeah, it's just a bunch of boys staying up to date.
Yeah. Absolutely great.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited to embark on this. Me and Sal have had our podcast with a previous host called Root of All Chill. That was our old podcast. We're using we're using the backbone of Root of All Chill to make the Council of Boys. I've just basically rebranded everything, which is really good because it took about a month, if I believe correctly, for us to be published on Spotify and Apple Podcast. But now it won't because I've already been approved for Root of All Chill. All I did is rebrand. Okay, everyone. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Council of the Boys podcast. It's been good. I'm your host, Esquil Cuevas, signing out, and I'll give it over to Salvador.
Thank you guys for tuning in. It means a lot. We're trying to get this podcast back in action after 4 years, and I think it's gonna be doable. So this is Salvador Chavez signing off, and I'll sign off for Aldo, I guess. Yeah.
Aldo sends his regards. He'll be back in the next episode. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to follow on Apple Podcast or Spotify. Subscribe on YouTube. Stay tuned for more. We'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.